Amy Geniak. I'm with Magic Image Hollywood Magazine, and we are here with Frankie Competell from the president of the San Gennaro Foundation.
San Gennaro Foundation, yes. We're the largest Italian feast this side of the Rocky Mountains. Ciao, Sonia. Welcome to my restaurant.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having us. Okay, so please tell us about your foundation.
Well, we started about 10 years ago. This is our 10th anniversary. And our foundation takes care of all the charities around the Hollywood area. So that's why we love to be associated with this magazine, because this is a Hollywood magazine. And it takes care of children and families in Hollywood. We give out small grants that take care of schools, children, we feed the poor. And it's a totally 503c charitable corporation. So the feast started probably in 1920. When the Italian people came from Italy, they needed a symbol. San Gennaro is the patron saint of Naples. So when the people from Italy came from Naples, they started this festival in New York City, which is 80 years old. And when I get to be 190 years old, then the feast over here will be 80 years old too.
And are you a native New Yorker?
I am. I actually had my first stand in San Gennaro when I was 8 years old. So I'm very much aware of the magic of San Gennaro. You know, San Gennaro was a bishop in Naples, and he took care of people in prison and he was martyred because of his faith and because of taking care of people that everybody in society didn't want to take care of at that time. So there's a tradition on this feast day, which is in September. I think it's September 15th, in the Church of Naples. For the last, he was actually martyred for 100 years, and after Christ actually. And his blood turns to liquid every year. So this is a big event in Italy. Everybody goes to the church, and the blood is magically liquefied on the same day. It's been happening forever. I mean, the city of Naples waits for that.
So are you in Naples every year for that?
How
often do you go back to Naples?
The closest I get to Naples is Mulberry Street.
Okay.
My family and my father and my mother were farm people. They were from Naples, a little city outside of Naples. So, you know, our intention is twofold. Our intention is to give money away to charities, and our second intention is to take care of the young people and make sure they remember their Italian culture. I mean, it's very important for this country, for every group that came here as immigrants, which we mostly all are, to remember first that we're Americans and we love to be in this country, but second, we should never forget our heritage and the traditions that ground us as people. So that's what our mission is. That's our message. The children have to learn that, you know, of course, your grandfather, like my grandfather, never lived the dream that I lived. My grandfather came here and he thought he was coming to this big dream in America, and the dream came true for me and my children. It didn't really come true for me. My grandfather used to tell me, when I was a kid, they told me to go to America and the streets were paved with gold. But I didn't realize I was going to be the guy paving them. You know, so you know, that's what I think makes America great, is the new wave of people that come in from another country, and that's what gives America the strength. So tradition is a wonderful thing that should be cherished, passed on to generation to generation.
And what you and Jimmy Kimmel are good friends and business partners.
Yes.
And how did you guys meet, and when did you decide to create the
Well, actually, of course it's 10 years ago. Well, Jimmy was in the restaurant with also a friend of ours. His name is Doug Beluga, which is one of Jimmy's producers. And we're sitting around and we're talking about how wonderful it would be to have a festival in Los Angeles. So I thought it was a good idea. I'm a restaurateur. I could take care of the food. Jimmy's in the entertainment business. Doug is a producer. He can take care of the show. So we said, oh, this should be easy. We'll just have a feast. So it just is as simple as that. It happened. So we're looking for a church you know, partner with us for the spiritual end of the festival. And we go to Hollywood and Vine, to a church called Christ the King, which is right down the street here. And we walk in and we wanted to meet the pastor. And we meet the pastor's father, Antonio, and where do you think he comes from? Naples, Italy.
Amazing.
So it was like, you know, we meet Jimmy. Doug says, "This is a hangover. This is fate." There probably wasn't another Italian in this whole parish, and there we got a priest from Naples 10 years ago that knew everything about San Gennaro, and so we went forward. It was a little bit of a stumble in the first couple of years. You know, people don't believe in us. We do a lot of hard work because we want to give money to charity. Jimmy doesn't do this because he needs to be a star, and Doug doesn't do it because he wants to be a producer, and I don't do it because I'm a restaurant. We do it, like I told you before, and the belief of what we do. And it turned out to be a very wonderful, wonderful festival. And 10th year is just the icing on the cake. Yeah, I actually did. I had my flop debut as making the world's largest meatball on Jimmy Kimmel show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so we did a whole segment on making the world's largest meatball.
Excellent.
An actor on that, cook I am.
How big was the meatball?
I think it was 27 pounds.
Wow.
And somebody actually stole my record this year, so I'm really not very happy. So Frankie's going to make fun of me very quickly, very quickly.
So if you weren't doing this right now, if you weren't in the restaurant business and involved in competition, what would you be doing, or what could you see yourself doing?
Italians were born around food, and that's what they do, food and music and laughter and wine. So just from an early age, you learn that from an early age when you're a kid at the dinner table when you're young. I actually believe Italian. I'm very proud to be an Italian. And you know, so it's just a natural progression that they didn't speak the language when they were younger, you know, when they first came here. So how did they connect with people? They connect with people through food and music, like a lot of groups that come to this country. So I would probably, what would I be? I don't know. I wouldn't be a saint like I am now. I don't know. I couldn't even imagine myself not being around food. I love people. I love the restaurant business, and I love sharing my culture with the young people that are around us. And hopefully we can groom somebody to take the torch on for me and keep this festival in Los Angeles rolling for 80 years like it is.
What do you expect to happen? What do you expect from the festival this year?
Well, being our 10th year, because we always strive to make it a little bigger and better and tweak it, just like every kind of production. You learn through trial and error, and every year it's a little better. And you know, through this wonderful magazine and the interviews we do, we try to get it out to as many people as we possibly can. I want to someday see that we got such a budget that we can help a lot of people understand. You know, I mean, when we do Easter baskets, or you know, when we bring them to the shelters around Easter time, you realize what a pleasure, what a gift it is to take care of some children that really need a little push. Yes, we give scholarships away to people who go to college, and you know, some of the restaurants give scholarships away for somebody who's going to be a chef. We don't go after the people that go to like Ivy League schools and they have plenty of money to find because they got this great point average. We like to take chances on people that we can change their life. And you know, as the old people say, don't give me a fish, teach me how to fish. And it's a form of, you know, people don't want handouts. They want to learn how to make a living for themselves and take care of themselves.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you tell us talk about your flyer and when the festival is?
Well, it's always around the feast day, and the feast day is on September 18th.
Okay.
We don't compete on the 18th because there's always, like, I think the Emmys or one of the big award shows is at that time. So we're always the last weekend in September, and this year we have a prima notte night, which is our opening gala night, is on the 22nd of September.
Great.
And it's a night that we make most of our money for the charity. And then every night after that, and day after that, on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's virtually a free festival for everybody that wants to come. There's only a $5 donation at the door. Children come in free. And of course, if you don't have $5, you're most welcome to come in.
Right.
And we try to, the restaurants, their contribution is to make sure that the food is as cheap or cheaper than if you would go to a restaurant. So if you want, you could go have a slice of pizza for $2, just like you would in a restaurant, and you can have one of my famous meatball or sausage sandwiches for $5. So it's a family day. It's not expensive, and we love to see the families and children come out and have a great day. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait for the festival, and now my grandkids, what do they ask me? It's around September, and they don't really realize what day it is, and they say, "Is the feast coming, Grandpa? When is the feast, Grandpa?" And I used to do the same thing to my father. So, so it's a wonderful family day, and everybody can be Italian for a couple of days.
Oh, absolutely. I can definitely be Italian for a long time.
Exactly. So you walk in the door, we shoot a little basil on the head or something. We'll make you Italian for the day.
Well, I look forward to the festival. I'll definitely be there.
Well, we love to have you, and I really thank you and the magazine for promoting our festival. And you know, this is what the world is about: people helping people.
Yes.
And all I can say is, Viva San Gennaro. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for having me on your show.
Thank you.